close that door.
Keeping my vest on.
Yeah, it's chilly down here.
That's the uniform, right?
What's that?
That's the uniform.
Yeah. And then it's broken.
No, it's yours. They all have his name on it.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's the way I received them, but that won't be you. I emailed them.
Yeah, I know.
They all do.
Yeah, I got this email. Thank you, Wendy.
That sounds like a tougher name, actually.
I was gonna say, that's
No
not bad.
offense, yeah.
You've had worse nicknames.
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. I hereby announce that pursuant to Section 5 of the Open Public Meetings Act, that adequate notice of this meeting has been provided in the notice which was sent to the Asbury Park Press, the Two River Times, and posted on the bulletin board in Township Hall, and filed in the Township Clerk's office on January 3rd, 2024. Mayor Impreveduto?
Here.
Mr. Foster?
Here.
Ms. LaMountain?
Here.
Mr. Lucarelli?
Here.
Mr. Romano?
Here.
Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you. If everyone would please rise for the national anthem. Oh, my goodness. Pledge of Allegiance.
Are you going to sing?
I was going to start singing, but I'm so happy. It's been a long day. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now a moment of silence, please, for our men and women in uniform that protect us at home and abroad. Thank you. Yeah, play ball. Yeah, that's Wendy. All right. So here we go. I think the first thing on the agenda is a proclamation for the Holmdel Hornets D14 competitive cheer team. All right, ladies, hold on one second. We're going to read this off to you. Whereas the Holmdel Hornets D14 competitive cheer team achieved a first-place win at the Jersey Shore AYC competition in October 2023, and another first-place win at the Big East Regionals AYC competition in November 2023. And whereas the Holmdel AYC D14 cheer team competed in the American Youth Cheer National Championships at Silver Spurs Arena in Florida. And whereas the 5th grade through 8th grade members of the team earned first place at this competition, becoming the 2023 national champions. And whereas competitive cheer is a sport that requires the execution of a routine that has been practiced for countless hours, and the D14 Hornets team members and their family members put in a great deal of time and energy into the team's shared successes throughout the season. And whereas the players were led, supported, and encouraged in their endeavors and successes by coaches Gene Berardi, Allison Marmora, and Stephanie Rizzo, and assisted in their routines by demonstrators Sophia Dietz, Mia Marino, Grace Mendini, and Ava Pescator. Now, therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and Township Committee of the Township of Holmdel that congratulations be extended to the following: Bryn Belanco, Juliana Berardi, Stefania Bruno, Juliet Burgess, Kylie Carbone, Caitlin DePalma, Ariana Flynn, Julia Kern, Sophia Kern, Madeline Marinaccio, Alexa Miravellis, Reese Plaka, Amanda Santamarco, Gianna Schaub, and Josephine Serini, personally and officially on behalf of the residents of the community for their outstanding achievements. Be it further resolved that a suitably engrossed copy of this resolution be presented to the team as a small token of the esteem in which they are held, and be it further resolved that all best wishes be extended to all for continued success in all their future endeavors. Congratulations, ladies. Yeah, let's come on up for a picture.
Mikey, you got a smile more than me, so we can join you guys. Sorry, we're gonna ruin your picture.
They were also the highest team average in Jersey Shore.
Eighth graders, you're all going on to high school cheer, right? We're gonna see you at the high school?
A good one? All right. Moving on to the approval of minutes.
This would be for the approval of minutes from the March 19, 2024 public session.
Move.
Second.
Mr. Foster?
Yes.
Ms. LaMountain?
Yes.
Mr. Lucarelli?
Yes.
Mr. Romano?
Yes.
Mayor Impreviduto?
Yes.
The minutes have been successfully passed. Thank you.
Thank you. Now on to public comment for agenda items only. Mr. Trisquita.
Oh, where's the mic?
Oh, they took the microphone from you.
It's in your job description, right, Jay?
Also AV Club president.
Patrick Trisquita, 56 Line Road. I want to express my full support for the ordinance that's going to be voted on, introduced later in the meeting for the horn antenna at Robert Wilson Park, the county's support. I think we should thank the county for their efforts and putting in this sum of money. What I think is very much necessary is to, as we all realize, that this Robert Wilson Park and the horn antenna is a national historic landmark. So it should be national, a national event. Now we're seeing that we have money coming from the county. Of course, Holmdel spearheaded the effort to make it into a large effort. I think we should continue working with the county for whatever necessary historical preservation easements, conservation easements that need to be put on. Thank the county. Brian, I know you're on the committee for their efforts. We have a grant in at the state level, New Jersey state level, for DEP, Green Acres funding from the state, and we have money from Andy Kim at the federal level. I believe that's going to be national parks. So we have 4 levels of government working on this, and I think that's very much in the significance of the horn antenna to be national, and we recognize it is Holmdel. We take the lead, but we should continue to make it as broad appeal to the entire country. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else on public comments on agenda items? Seeing none, we will move on. Actually, Wendy, before we move on to the consent agenda, one thing I want to do in my effort to make sure I thanked everybody appropriately last week for the sort of state of Holmdel presentation, or whatever people want to call it, I missed two people, and I feel terrible about it. So I want to publicly thank Bob Ward for the work he and his team do with recreation, with our parks, with the programs, with everything they put together to benefit our community. Bob's an outstanding, he's a Holmdel guy through and through, and he's been an outstanding leader for that department. I also want to thank Brian O'Malley. A lot of what Brian pulls together folks don't see, and a lot of it they do see. So you see a press release, it comes through Brian. You see some updates coming from us, it comes through Brian on certain things, and he's really behind the scenes instrumental in everything we do. So I just wanted to make sure that I gave everybody their due for all their work for our community and for our residents and how they support us here at Town Hall. Now we can move on to consent.
So the consent agenda would consist of resolutions 2024-97 through 2024-103.
I have a motion to approve.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Foster?
Yes.
Ms. LaMountain?
Yes.
Mr. Lucarelli?
Yes.
Mr. Romano?
Yes.
Mayor Impreviduto?
Yes.
Okay. Resolutions 2024-97 to 2024-103 have been successfully passed. Thank you. Next is introduction of ordinance 2024-09, which is an ordinance approving easement to County of Monmouth for Crawford Hill property as part of the county's grant funding under the Municipal Land Preservation Incentive Program and related actions. This motion is to adopt on first reading, publish in the Asbury Park Press, and set the public hearing for April 9th, 2024.
Move.
Second.
Mr. Foster?
Yes.
Ms. LaMountain?
Yes.
Mr. Lucarelli?
Yes.
Mr. Romano?
Yes.
Mayor Impreviduto?
Yes.
Okay, 2024-09 will be set for public hearing. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Moving on to our departments. Mr. Administrator?
Thank you, Mayor. Just to provide an update and discussion regarding the budget preparation. I know we've had several discussions over the past few months. I just wanted to report that at this time we have, I think, just about every member of the governing body has met with the individual department heads. I think we've completed almost all of those. A couple of notable outstanding ones. In any event, I have distributed to the governing body a couple of worksheets for their review. Specifically, the one that is marked Budget 2024. This reflects the departmental budget requests for operational funds for the year. And a couple of items of note. While there have been some overall budget challenges, in an effort to more clearly identify departmental costs, you'll notice that almost every operating department is showing an increase related to IT expenditures. In the past, the practice has been to include all IT expenses under the IT department. We're actually taking a different approach this year, which is to disperse those costs that are departmental related to the departments directly to more clearly identify the true departmental costs of operation. As you are aware from our previous discussions, due to the way the state requires the budget to be formulated, each department or functional area of operation within the township has a line item for salary and wages and a line item for other expenses. And while the additionally, because of state budget regulations and the state form that is required to be used, the salary and wage costs do not reflect all personnel costs for that department. Instead, you need to look at the budget line items for health insurance, pension costs, Social Security, and a variety of other costs that are related to salaries and benefits but are not included in the salary and benefit line. In general, you will see that the budget worksheet does reflect the amounts that were requested by the various departments, and the net result of this is that we are able to hold the line as best we could, although as the budget is prepared and or the worksheet is prepared, we are over what was originally identified to be one of the goals that came out of the mayor's presentation previously was to hold the line on the amount of taxes to be raised. So we do need, I need to report to you that the budget preparation at this stage does provide for a tax increase, a slight tax increase. So we need to work a little bit harder if we are to maintain the direction and goal that was provided previously.
And just to be clear, the discussion we had was to make sure when the budget's finalized and ready to go, there will be no tax increase. So right now, this is a early draft that, we're going to continue to refine and work down to get to an appropriate number that fits our dedication to ensuring we don't increase the municipal tax rate.
Thank you for that clarification, Mayor.
Couldn't help myself. I'm sorry.
Additionally, we've distributed the current worksheet for our capital request. And again, just by way of background, this is actually a 6-year plan for our capital expenditures. And this is probably a good opportunity to remind the public as well as the governing body that essentially our budget consists of 4 main areas of organization. One is the general budget, which is that portion of our operations for regular police, fire, public works, those sort of operations, and that is directly funded by our taxes that are raised from property taxes and assessed to properties within the township. The second budget section is our sewer utility budget. And that is, rather than being supported by tax dollars, it is supported by user fees from those that have sanitary sewer service within the community. As you are also aware, less than half of the township is actually covered by the sewer utility, so that operates as a self-contained entity that is supported by the revenues that are generated from that utility operation. The third main area of the township's budget is our swim pool utility, which for those that are members of the swim pool, those revenues and membership fees are what support the swim club operation, which under the state jargon is operated as a utility. We'll try to ignore that part for the time being. But the important part of that is that, again, it is not supported by tax revenues from the entire township, but rather the primary source of revenues for the swim club are the fees that are generated at the swim club for that purpose. And then the fourth major section of the township's budget is the open space trust, as we commonly refer to it. Technically speaking, that open space trust is for open space, recreation, and farmland and historic preservation purposes. And that the primary source of those revenues are the dedicated open space tax that is assessed to all properties within the township. But again, those funds are reserved specifically for purposes of open space, recreation, and farmland preservation, both acquisition, development, as well as maintenance of those facilities. As you can see from the capital request, we have requests this year from the various departments which far exceed the direction that was previously provided, which is to bring capital cost to no more than $2,750,000. That's within keeping with our prior year budgets that I'll ask CFO Bill Antonides to speak of in terms of maintaining a level debt service for our budgets in future years. So I've provided the entire list of all requests, and if there are questions, I don't expect the governing body to have those questions tonight, but if there are any specific questions that you would like information on, there is background material for these requests, understanding that the 2024 column are really the items that are up for discussion or approval this year. I will also remind you that while technically part of the budget document, the capital improvement plan, or the capital plan, does not authorize spending by itself. Any of these items that would move forward would be part of either an ordinance or other capital funding mechanism that would happen later in the year. But again, as part of our budget introduction and review process with the state, we do need to provide we're technically only required to provide a 3-year program, but we do provide we request the departments to provide a 6-year projection of anticipated capital needs to provide us with a better footing for future financial planning as well as early budget preparations for subsequent years.
Thank you, Mr. CFO. Yeah, of course.
Jay, is it possible to add a column here for this year, like what we did for 2023? Thank you.
I got a couple things to add. The first thing is, while doing this budget, we're trying to maintain a healthy fund balance. We do have a healthy fund balance. We don't want to, throw it away for 1 year budget just to keep the tax rate flat. We're working through it. It looks like we'll be able to keep a healthy fund balance in all 3 funds. Secondly, we're paying down last year we paid down around $700,000 of our temporary debt. This year we're anticipating paying around $800,000 of our temporary debt. As you recall, we're supposed to have a bond sale roughly 7 to 8 years, and we're trying to keep our long-term debt pretty flat, around between $4 and $4.5 million. By paying down this $800,000, it should keep us in that range for our long-term debt planning.
Thank you, Bill. Any other questions from the committee? All right. We'll move on to professional reports. The engineer is not here. Counselor?
I don't have any update, Mayor, but happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Boards and committees, starting from the far left, Mr. Romano.
So we're going to, Heritage Committee and Library, we're going to do combined. The Holmdel Heritage Committee helped arrange a Ramadan display by the circulation desk at the library. In April, we have a upcycled art display by Lisa Bagwell. In May, the Heritage Committee is helping us get an Asian heritage display as well. And the library has had inquiries for putting up an Italian Heritage Month display in October, and a resident patron is offering his collection of Spider-Man memorabilia for the display case as well. Because what says Italy like Spider-Man, right? Very random. Yeah. The chess club continues to grow, and currently we're averaging around 14 to 20 people playing at the library every week. Wednesday movie night is going to return to its 6 p.m. time slot, and the book club continues to gain new readers. The library team has added a monthly matinee movie during the day, both to accommodate longer films and also for the benefit of patrons who are hesitant to drive at night. The library is going to host a Read to a Dog event on April 8th. The library will host Jersey Shore Poets for an event on April 20th, and the 2024 summer reading will begin in June, with more info to come on that. Moving on to the Board of Ed. On Wednesday, March 20th, the administration presented the preliminary or not to exceed budget to the Holmdel Board of Education at the board's monthly committee of the whole meeting. Wow, that's a mouthful. The budget was unanimously approved by the board and has been submitted to the county for review and approval. The final budget hearing will take place next month. On Wednesday, March 20th, the annual Battle of the Faculties fundraiser took place at Holmdel High School. A big thank you to the fantastic HFEE trustees and the members for their dedication in organizing this incredible community fundraiser. Kudos to all the faculty, staff, students, and families who participated, whether on the court or cheering from the stands. We had a wellness symposium. Monmouth County Schools Partnership for Wellness Symposium is now open. The event will take place at Brookdale Community College on April 15th, beginning at 6 p.m. The evening will include a keynote as well as breakout sessions that have been curated for the needs of students grades 6 to 8, parents, and educators. The evening will conclude with a panel discussion by mental health experts and student leaders from around Monmouth County discussing the importance of mental health and wellness. District Music Concert. On March 21st, the annual District Music Concert took place at Holmdel High School before a packed house of staff, students, and families. Their talent and dedication were truly impressive and made the event a great success. The district also would like to acknowledge its outstanding music educators for their invaluable guidance and support. Then we have the Relay for Life. The National Honor Society's yearly service project, Relay for Life, supports the American Cancer Society's mission. This all-ages event features food, games, music, prizes, and more, and will be held on May 17th from 4 to 10 p.m. on Rogge Field. Register individually or with a team for fundraising games and competitions throughout the night. All are welcome to join. Relay for Life is the largest peer-to-peer fundraising event dedicated to saving lives from cancer. Our goal for this year is to expand from a school-wide event to a community-wide event. With your support, we can exceed our fundraising goal of $35,000 and make this year's relay an even greater success. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Committeewoman?
Good evening, folks. No update this evening from Community Development. Our Holmdel Green team, they are in the process of preparing a presentation that will be presented at a township committee meeting later this spring. And the presentation will share with Holmdel residents all the great projects and plans that the 2024 Green team is looking forward to engaging in. There's also an Earth Day celebration, just sharing a reminder with everyone to please come visit the Earth Day Festival, April 28th from noon to 5 at Bayonet Farm. Thank you.
Thanks, Kim. Mr. Lucarelli?
Thank you, Mayor. Upcoming Goal Zero enforcement event. The next Goal Zero high visibility countywide enforcement is scheduled for Wednesday, March 27th from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Highway 35. This enforcement detail will cover all of Highway 35 in Monmouth County from Aberdeen through Brielle and covers about 30 miles. Burglary updates. In a previous meeting, the Township Committee updated residents about construction burglaries that were occurring at private residences. Since that update, the police department has made 2 arrests related to these burglaries at vacant homes. An investigation by Detectives Kret and Nolan led to the filing of criminal mischief charges against 2 Perth Amboy residents. The Holmdel Township Police Department Cadet Program is recruiting new members, so residents who have children ages 14 through 18 and that are interested in the program, please contact Officer Rocco Quaglia. And that's all I have for you this evening.
Thank you, Committeeman. Deputy Mayor?
Thank you, Mayor. So real quick as well, just one update from the Department of Recreation. Has been a scam on Facebook post related to the Hippity Hop Egg Hunt event. The Recreation Department was made aware of a bot that was commenting on the Recreation Department's Facebook post regarding the rescheduling of the event for next week. In the fake post, the commenter was attempting to sell their spots at the egg hunt for $100. Just note, the egg hunt is a free event. The chief of police was notified. The Facebook post was updated by both the Recreation Department and the Police Department to alert residents, attendees of the potential scam. We are not aware of anyone accepting this solicitation at this time. And that's the only update I had. And if I could just, Mayor, just respond to Pat's comments. Pat, thank you very much for addressing that to me, but that's really not fair. I mean, last year, this team up here, led by Mayor Lucarelli, really spearheaded what was going on with the horn antenna. When I brought it to the Parks Board of Commissioners, the support was unbelievable. It went to the county commissioners, and that's where we are right now. The county's backed us 100% of the way, and it's been great. Thank you for that, but it really goes to everybody up here. So thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. In observance of Good Friday and Easter, Town Hall offices and the Recycling Center will be closed this Friday, March 29th. I want to wish everyone who celebrates it a happy Easter. On April 10th, the Monmouth County Clerk's Office, Sheriff's Office, and Surrogate's Office will be visiting Holmdel for their Mobile County Connection program. They will be available that day from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Holmdel Library at Bell Works. Services that will be available that day include passport applications and renewals, passport photos, veterans discount cards, county ID cards, youth identification cards, information about the probate of a will, qualifying as an executor of an estate, guardianship, adoptions, and much more. For more information on the Mobile County Connection, visit to Holmdel, you can visit the county clerk's website. I also remind everybody that on April 20th at 10 a.m. will be the ribbon cutting and dedication for Robert Wilson Park, home of the Holmdel horn antenna. So we will get it out to as many news outlets as possible, sir. All right. Thank you, everybody. I don't see any other business from the committee, so we can move on to public comment. Wendy, is that your, do you do a spiel there?
Okay. In accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act, this is a public comment period for public comment on any governmental issue of public concern. In accordance with Resolution 2022-17, public commenters are asked to raise their hand and wait to be recognized by the mayor before coming forward and making public comments. Commenters are asked to state their full name and address before commenting. Public commenters are limited to one comment, not to exceed 3 minutes. Comments should go directed to the mayor and the township committee. If appropriate, the mayor will direct and recognize a staff employee or a professional to respond to comments either at this meeting or in writing after this meeting.
Thank you, Wendy. Anybody, public comment? Yes, ma'am.
Jenny Blumenthal, 41 Stony Brook Road. I didn't hear any of you mention the first heavy item drop-offs date. Is that not April 4th? I've got a big item waiting to be delivered to them.
Oh, wait, Kim's got it.
I looked on the card that got sent out, and I think it's the 4th.
Large item, the first large item is April 13th. It'll be April 13th and April 27th.
13th. Okay. I have a dead dishwasher.
That's right. Means you're putting Ralph to work. Yeah. Anybody else for public comment? Okay. Yeah. Well, it sounds like that's it. So.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second. Thank you, everyone.